Let me say something. I think the immigration department get it right 95% of the time.
Okay.
I genuinely believe that. The threshold, in stark terms, is okay. Have you got a good education? If you don't have a good formal education, have you got at least 5 years senior managerial experience dealing with people in a supervisory capacity?
Mm-hmm.
Are you earning the kind of money that you really should be earning? It's about 17,000 Hong Kong a month, give or take, as a minimum. But I hate dealing with minimums. It's all about the job, right? Is the type of work the work that you can do without reference to your cultural or linguistic affinity? Cultural and linguistic affinity doesn't count for anything unless you happen to be an expert in Martian and you sell widgets to Mars. Right?
Okay.
And when I first started out my first practice, most of my clients were Japanese. And the number of times I sit with clients and they say, well, okay, why have you chosen this kind of... Well, she's Japanese and our customers are Japanese and we have to speak Japanese and we have to do business in Japanese. Yeah, but you're in Hong Kong. Don't expect the immigration department to buy into that. I understand it, I get that, but there's got to be something more going on. It can't be the sole rationale for your approval. And if you're an intercompany transferee, the immigration department are going to say no. They're really not in the business of second guessing what large organisations are doing when they're moving executives around from country to country. And I think all things considered, as long as you obviously have a job title and work that you do that is going to contribute to Hong Kong, and even though conceptually somebody locally might be able to do it, as long as the salary that's being offered isn't lower than market rates, then you can expect there's a reasonable chance that you're going to get approved. And the reality is that in my industry, for example, there are two big immigration service providers, one of which I was a co-founder of, and the other I used to be the executive director of for Asia Pacific markets, including Hong Kong. They do work that is cookie cutter, pure administration. They're just ticking boxes, making sure the forms are signed, making sure the process is administered in the right way, and that is just straightforward, easy stuff. And that's the reality of most immigration in Hong Kong, for the vast majority of it. Admission of mainland talents involves another skill set again, next level up. If you are a large employer that has quite a significant local workforce anyway, usually the immigration department are not going to insist or second guess that your decision to employ a particular foreigner. They're just going to let that go. You have to tick the boxes and you have to go through the process, but they're not going to second guess.